guys. I hope everyone is having a good whatever day it is. Wednesday, yes. Always takes me a little while when you're not at work, and at work you always know the day. But now it's like this big, it's all running together. But also on Wednesday of in 2 weeks, we will be in Colorado. As long as we don't hit any snowstorms or any hailstorms or etc. So that part is really exciting. Um, so let's see. First of all, felt really good the past couple of days. Like, just have not been feeling overwhelmed like I have been in the past. So I think the Paxil might be having something to do with that. And also felt good enough to go for another run today. I used to only run like once a week, but now that I'm training for the marathon and have time, I'm actually trying to go at least 3 times a week. So that part was like a little bit hard because after I run, like my sugar usually crashes, which is probably why I ended up this morning knocking my water bottle over. It was halfway full, and I always, like, it's the only time I leave the lid open, I knock it over. It's like, that's just Murphy's Law or whatever. So I had it, of course, I had it right next to my, YouTube Bible, basically, where I keep all of my notes. And I was like, but the notes survived because thankfully it actually just spilled. And anyway, everything was fine. You can tell, it's a little bit waterlogged, but at least the notes survived, so I could do YouTube today. But then also just moment after I knocked the bottle over, my mom, she's awesome. She makes me breakfast when I run. When I get home, because I have to eat like right away because of the hypoglycemia. So she made me my coffee, and like I love, but she always leaves like this much in the top of my coffee cup, and I'm like, okay, so I was carrying it over to the kitchen to put a little bit more in it, and of course I spilled it everywhere over the seat I was sitting in, and it was like spilled 2 times in about 20 minutes. So that's always exciting. Let's see, a few Huntington symptoms the past couple of days. Oh, yes, cut my finger yesterday. Not too bad. I was able to take the Band-Aid off, but was trying to cut an avocado in half and just whatever. I don't think I should probably try to cut anything anymore. I think that's going to be another thing that I'll have Mom do anytime I need something cut. That's what moms are for, right? Yes. Let's see. Also got a really bad headache yesterday, and I hadn't taken the Paxil yet, so it was just weird because it was just terrible, but it ended up going away in like half an hour, so that was good. But I had no idea what that came from. Oh, let's see. Oh, yesterday I was making lunch and got one paper plate out, and then didn't realize I still had one out that I had gotten out a little bit earlier because I was making lunch. And anyway, it was like, really? I already have a plate here. Let's see. Oh, and the same water bottle I was talking about, like, it screws on, and it's, basically water bottle for dummies, because that's all you have to do is screw the top on it. It's pretty simple, but for whatever reason, like, I could not do it and dropped it like every time I was trying to screw it on. So again, something that shouldn't have taken so much time did, but hey, that is why I'm telling you guys, because I always feel a little bit better after I'm like, oh yeah, that sucked. Let's see. Oh, and I was making spaghetti yesterday. Well, Mom supervises any cooking that I do in the kitchen, but I was getting the noodles ready, and was trying to use up the rest of one of the boxes that we had open, and of course the bottom of the box of the old box opened, and all of the noodles went all over the kitchen floor. But hey, at least they were dry noodles, because actually it was really easy to clean up off the floor, but it was just like, of course, just one of those of course moments. Let's see. Okay. Oh, and one awesome thing, we've talked some more about the specifics of, yes, haven't felt overwhelmed at all the last 2 days. I don't know if I mentioned that or not. If I forgot, forgive me, because you guys know I forget everything. But just have had 2 really good days, even though I've been like a little bit tired each morning. Like, I just haven't gotten overwhelmed, which is really great. So thank you, Jesus, and everyone for the prayers. I also had a talk with, so I think I mentioned that Juniper is going to be coming to Colorado with her daddy in the middle of October. So while she's going to be here, they ended up talking about they're actually going to have Connor come with them. Like, Josh is willing to bring my, almost 6-month-old, with him on his lap, and bring Juniper with him on the plane. So I get to not only have Connor and Juniper within like less than a month, because it'll be like the middle of October that they're coming. Well, I say less than a month from when we're leaving, which is awesome. And then my mom's like, why don't we just plan to keep Connor for a month, because of how we've got the custody situation, that we have like set, like we can take them for like a month at a time or whatever. So I'll get Juniper and Connor, then Juniper will have to go back with her daddy, after being there for a week, but she'll come back at Christmas. But I get Connor for 4 weeks, and then again at Christmas. So that part is just, my heart's like, then I can definitely survive this, having to say goodbye, knowing I'm going to be able to see them pretty soon. So that is awesome. And the psalm of the day is Psalm 37, a song of wisdom. A lot of really good stuff in here. This is another really long one, but I won't go through all of it, but just read the snippets to you guys. So yes, a song of wisdom, a poetic praise by King David. Fix your heart on the promises of God, and you will be secure. Feasting on his faithfulness, make God the utmost delight and pleasure of your life, and he will provide for you what you desire the most. Give God the right to direct your life, and as you trust him along the way, you will find he pulled it off perfectly. He will appear as your righteous, as sure as the dawning of a new day. He will manifest as your justice, as sure and strong as the noonday sun. Quiet your heart in his presence and pray. Keep hope alive as you long for God to come through for you. But those who trust in the Lord, this is one of my favorite verses, of course, will live safe and sound with the blessing overflowing. But the humble of heart will inherit every promise and enjoy abundant peace. It's so much better to have a little combined with much of God than to have the fabulous wealth of the wicked and nothing else. For the Lord takes care of all his forgiven ones. We are those forgiven ones, everyone. While the strength of the evil will surely slip away, day by day the Lord watches the good deeds of the godly, and he prepares for them his forever reward. Even in the time of disaster, he will watch over them, and they will always have more than enough, no matter what happens. The steps of the God-pursuing ones follow firmly in the footsteps of the God, and God delights in every step they take to follow him. If they stumble badly, they will survive, for the Lord lifts them up with his hands. Not once have I found a lover of God forsaken by him, nor have any of their children gone hungry. Instead, I've found the godly ones to be the generous ones who give freely to others. Their children are blessed and become a blessing. The faithful lovers of God will inherit the earth and enjoy every promise of God's care. God lovers make the best counselors. Their words possess wisdom and are right and trustworthy. The godly ones will not stand condemned when brought to trial, so don't be impatient for the Lord to act. Keep moving forward steadily in His ways, and He will exalt you at the right time. And when He does, you will possess every promise, including your full inheritance. So it's, of course, it's talking about our kids and the blessing that He is giving to them and the protection. So that, again, is fitting exactly with especially where things are at with my kids right now. So that, I think, is all I have today. Yes. See, I didn't have too much to do, so this should be a relatively short video, but I hope everyone's having a good week. I probably said that already, but I will talk more when I have more to say. Have a good day.